To the offices of the Sunday Herald Sun and Scott Palmer. Good evening, Scotty.
Good morning, Drew. Or good evening, Drew.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Where have you been?
Well, we're bringing out a morning paper. That's what it is.
Okay, now, a terrific way for the Cats to qualify for the grand final. How easy was that?
Well, it was the perfect preparation, Gary Ayres said, and tonight they've come in from 11 to 8 to 4 to 5. They're going to be equal favourites, I think, with the winner of tonight's final, but terrific performance, 89-point thumping.
Gary Ayres apparently believes they have improved from Malcolm Blight's days of last year.
Yes, he said we have improved. We've now got that steely resolve, and he said we've got players now who know what it's like to lose 3 premierships in a row. And he said that Gary Ablett, who hasn't played or won a premiership since 1978 when he was a skinny kid at Druin, is really looking forward for this match to cap off a wonderful career.
Now, what about injuries? Couchy finished with a bent nose.
Well, they're not too happy about that. He's going to have x-rays taken for a suspected broken nose. They feel that it could be the case of a bit of video work down at the AFL. And, of course, that's going to be a little of a Brownlow twist because the man closest to Couch when he got a whack in the nose was Wayne Campbell, who was outright favoured for the Brownlow medal on Monday night.
Strike me, he might win the medal Monday and then have to front up and get... answer questions a couple of days later.
Another bit of Brownlow drama, Drew. It's always great.
Now, what about Ken Hinkley? An amazing comeback. He'd played, what, 5 minutes of footy in 16 weeks or something?
Unbelievable. He came back today and he looked at himself and he said, somebody up there must love Ken Hinkley. Bring me back for this and putting me straight into a premiership match. And Gary Hocking was standing by and he's got an ice pack on his knee. And he said, Kenny, we've only come halfway. Remember that? But he said, I just hope that North Melbourne and Carlton really thump themselves tonight to give us a little bit of an easy passage next week.
I heard an interview with John Northey this afternoon. He was still being pretty positive, I thought.
He was terrific, and he applauded the Richmond team when they came into the rooms tonight. He really gave them all the praise in the world. He said they've been wonderful players. They've given everything this year, and he said he thinks the Cats can almost get away with it now. He said they beat us in the midfield today and just blew us away. But he was amazed when he saw that kick by Michael Gale, kicked the other way, and he said, that's the first time I've seen that since I was coaching at Redan when I was a junior coach.
Now, an injury worry tonight for North Melbourne, apparently.
A little bit of scuttlebutt down there that Anthony Rock's got a twinge of a hamstring, and that's why they got Trent Nichols on the bench, just waiting to come on if he's needed.
Now, still news on mergers. It just won't go away.
Won't go away. 2 officials, Ian Collins and Graham Samuel, Commissioner, came out today and said clubs are talking, and I presume they are, but there'll be a lot more talking after the grand final. That's what they said.
Yeah, I reckon that'll be
right,
right,
of course,
too.
the other news,
Scotty, thank you. We've got to wrap it up there.
Okay,
Thank you, mate. Okay. Now, that's all for the replay.